Hello. So I decided to make this video because I'm a little sick of women claiming they're about women's empowerment and they're not. Quite frankly, I'm thinking about a particular person, but as I started to think about this topic just a moment ago, I realized that this is something that brings to mind for me many people that are idolized, that are looked up to, they're put on a pedestal, they're supposedly stars, and quite frankly, we're looking up to the wrong people and we're being deceived. See, here's the thing. When you say women's empowerment, I'm about empowering women. Quite frankly, there will be masses of people who are drawn to that idea. So whatever you do from there, they accept as the truth of what women's empowerment is really about. They think if you're calling that women's empowerment, whatever you say under that headline, under that title, is actually women's empowerment. And my point is this. A lot of it is not. Women who have had plastic surgery, quite frankly, are not women who have learned to embrace and love themselves. They're not. Because if they were about loving and embracing themselves, they would truly embrace themselves. All of who they are as a person, everything that God put inside of them, their gifts. And the thing is, when you understand all of these things, and all of these things are what make you who you are, the things that make you uniquely you is everything that makes up who you are, not just your appearance. So if you really understand that, you can't go to a doctor and pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to change your physical appearance. There's no way. I'm like God. It's either hot or cold. There's no lukewarm. Don't tell me that you're for women's empowerment if you are also for women need to change this. You should change that. As a woman, you need to fix this. You'll be better if you look like this. I now feel better about myself, and I now feel better about my life, supposedly, after I fix this and after I fix that. Many of these women who are bragging and taking all these pictures really are bragging on their plastic surgery. They are bragging on their results. They're not bragging about how they have been empowered. They are simply calling it empowerment. And this is a journey that I've taken myself personally, and I'm still on this journey, quite frankly. It is a day-to-day journey, moment-by-moment journey. It takes work. And a woman who's really willing to put in the work wants to live that life, walk that walk, indeed, 100%, not kind of be lukewarm about it or somewhere in the middle. And I'll be quite honest, after I had my twins, I considered having plastic surgery. I considered having a tummy tuck. I went to the doctor, and I remember feeling kind of good because the doctor said, once I got there, I was surprised. I actually got a compliment. I had worked out so hard for a number of years that the doctor was impressed with how hard my ab muscles were. And so I got the consultation. He marked my body with a marker and his assistants. And after I left, for some reason, I lost the desire to have a tummy tuck. I just lost it. I decided that I really want to embark on the journey of loving myself as I am, truly in word and in deed. And the amazing thing that happens, I want to point out about this, deciding to take that journey for yourself, is that part of that journey, an integral part of that journey, is you also learn to love and embrace other women, and you become protective of other women the way you are protective of your daughters, the way most of us should be protective of our daughters, because there's also a lack of that nowadays, sometimes, too often. But so my point is this. Once you start that journey and you are learning step by step, day by day, moment by moment, that loving yourself is so fulfilling. It's so rewarding. You extend that love out to others and embrace others as much as they allow you to. And sometimes you get rejected in the process because everyone doesn't know how to receive that love, and a lot of women are wounded. But It is such a beautiful journey to be on that you can't really have your one foot in and one foot out. You can't. I decided, even when it came to undergarments, certain compression undergarments, or girdles as we call them, or foundation garments, I will do them sometimes. It's too important to me to really embrace all of who I am. How can I really set that example for women if I'm not really living it, if I'm not really walking it? And I believe that definitely includes your character. It includes your heart. There's a lot I can say on this topic. I am trying to make this a quick video. But here's the thing. So because my character is a very big part of it, being faithful to my husband is a very big part of that. Being a woman of integrity is a very big part of that. Saying what I mean, meaning what I say, is very, very important to me. Being a woman of my word is very important to me. So I wouldn't condone anything that actually demeans, degrades, dehumanizes, and wounds a woman's sense of self-worth. Being unfaithful, seeking attention from strange men who don't deserve to see everything that God gave you, is demeaning for a woman. And as far as we have come, we've become so desensitized to that, to the point where people actually think this statement is untrue. They think, no, it's perfectly okay to show yourself to everybody, to show the most intimate parts of your body to strangers, to online, and most of the time you have no clue who's even seeing the things that they just have not earned the right to be able to see. They have not earned the privilege. They don't deserve it. You don't truly value your body when you are living like this, when you are doing these things as a woman. And I know the temptation can get kind of difficult, because when you feel good about your figure and your body and your hair and your skin, and you feel beautiful and you feel pretty, you do want to kind of play with that sometimes. But a woman who respects herself, a woman of integrity, has to fight those urges as much as possible. And it is a reward within itself. The woman that I am is very, 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 very important to me. And it's part of the reason why my husband has such a deep respect and love for me. Well, it is. It is the reason why he has such deep love and deep respect for me. Because he knows that I have standards for myself, that I truly do respect myself, that I walk what I talk, I live what I say, I live what I speak. So please stop being deceived by these women that have had plastic surgery, who are really on a mission for self, and they're calling it women's empowerment. It's not women's empowerment. I will tell you, it is extremely empowering when you get to the place where you're determined to truly love yourself as you are, to sincerely encourage and love and embrace other women as they are. I cannot even put into words how valuable, how beautiful that is, to have that experience and these exchanges and connections with people that is just rooted in love. Just love. When you're able to look at your other sisters as sisters, you look at other women not as competition, but just that's somebody's daughter just like I am. That's God's daughter just like I am. I'm sure she's been hurt just like I've been hurt. Yeah, she might look conceited, but maybe she just has a wall up because of how people have treated her, because they just assumed that she was conceited. And she's not really conceited. She might be really, really sweet and fearful. She might just be really, really quiet. She might just not really be someone who's very outgoing. But because she's pretty, we automatically stick a label on her and ready to bash her, insult her, criticize her, and try to knock her self-esteem down. These things are very, very ugly about our culture, about our women, and we have the power to be something different. We have the power to make these changes. So I encourage you, please stop following women that just say they are about empowerment. Women, we need to really, really be smarter. We need to be smarter. A woman who calls herself a whore or a hoe, and everything that she does, it is connected to some type of demeaning language, label, and names, is not a woman that is for women's empowerment. She is a very confused woman. And I don't care how popular she may be, she is a very confused woman. So if you decide that you want to pattern your life after a confused woman, because you would also like to go down a confused path and have a confused life, go right ahead. But you're going to suffer all the consequences, because what she's doing is putting out a particular image that puts money in her pocket. What she's doing is putting out a particular image that benefits her. It benefits the only thing that she's concerned about, and she's concerned about self. And 9 times out of 10, people who are only concerned about self are concerned about money. Everything is about selfish gain. They will say it's for you, and they care about you, and they care about empowering women, but they don't. You have plastic surgery, so you're wearing a mask all the time. You paid a high price for a mask that you wear all the time. Please don't tell me that you're about empowering women. You're not. Empowering women is about being transparent. It is about taking off your mask. It is about showing people who you really are, showing them your flaws, showing them your journey, showing them your stumbles and sometimes your disappointments and your hurt and your pain, because this is real life stuff that women go through. And you will not be empowered when you continue to treat yourself as if you are only your physical appearance. There's nothing empowering about that. And I remember decades ago when we understood women were being exploited. Somehow along the way, we lost sight of the fact that that's what it is. It's exploitation. Don't tell me when you have a face full of makeup. I'm not talking about a little makeup. I have a little makeup on right now, okay? I'm talking about the fact that we never ever see who you really are. We can't, because you can't remove your butt implants. You can't remove your breast implants. You can't just pull them out when you make your videos and take your pictures. We're looking at a mask all the time. You're not about women's empowerment, sister. Be real about yourself. Be real. When you start being real about yourself, you really can be a blessing to other women. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day. Love you.